passing on to these young men that are um, causing damage. Because that's what he needed to survive in the prisoner of war situation. That's what he needed to move forward and to get out of that. And so he's trying to teach these guys, this is what you need to embrace to survive in the world, but that world doesn't exist. And the last one, the next one is that it might go against our instincts. As we progress through our lives, we develop, the things that we need along the way. I was reminded of a quote from another favorite TV show of mine from a few years back. Somebody says, if you ask a professional athlete what the hardest thing to do in sports is, they'll all say that it's to hit a baseball. But a coach once told me that the hardest thing to do in sports is to walk into your Super Bowl locker room at halftime and change the strategy that got you there because it's no longer working.
Oh, sure.
And I think a lot of us see this in many areas of our lives where a successful business person gets to a certain level, but then something changes in the market or in the industry. And all of a sudden, the business strategy that got them into the top 10 or whatever is now it's a liability. And the last one is that sometimes we attach our identity to some of these ideas, who we are. It becomes what we do. It becomes, connected to our occupation, connected to community that we were a part of, or some ideas that were presented to us from our families growing up. And even when we can recognize that maybe that doesn't apply anymore, maybe it's not what we need anymore, we don't know who we would be. Common thing that I noticed in all of these is that they're all connected to fear. Kind of not the fear of the unknown or the fear of not having an adequate replacement. Here at Unity, we know that fear is counteracted by faith and gratitude. So when I was doing a little bit of internet research, I came across this kind of a 4-step plan that was taken from A Course in Miracles that speaks to kind of the process of letting go, process of surrender. The first one is trust. We trust in the power of the divine. Emphasize the power and wisdom of the divine, how it teaches us to have faith that there's a higher intelligence that knows what's best for us. When we surrender, we acknowledge that the divine has a plan far greater than our understanding. In the words of another saying, second, we let go of ego control. Release requires us to let go of our ego's need for control. This was really valuable to me when I was reevaluating some of my old kind of survival or safety tools that weren't working anymore. Because one of those was control. I needed to primarily be in control or feel like I had some measure of control over the people around me. Not necessarily their actions as much as their attitude or their mood. Everybody had to be happy and getting along with everybody. Michael didn't feel safe. The people pleasing that goes along with that, the manipulation that goes along with that, all of it leads me to a place where I just feel yucky. And so when everybody is happy and getting along and I'm still feeling yucky, then I've got it. It's like I don't have control anymore. So I had to let it go. Here, releasing allows us to transcend the ego's grip and align with the divine flow of love and heart. I like that because it, for me, ties into the, this idea of the process, the place of release and elimination in the overall cycle of our being. Kind of the, I don't want to be crass, but if you've ever been constipated before, you know that it messes up everything. Like you don't feel good, anywhere in your body. You get a headache, joint pain, like nothing works. And it's the same in our spiritual growth, in our spiritual cycle of nourishment. If we, and as I was saying before, with with the gardening and the clearing out the old growths to make room for new. Like if we don't have the ability to continue to let things flow and to let that move through us, then we get the result of that, which is stagnation, which is causing this toxic energy to back up in our being. And the ego loves that. Learn that one. So next we have releasing attachments and expectations. So release involves removing attachments to specific outcomes and relinquishing our expectations. We learn to surrender our desires and trust that the divine being or the divine will bring forth what is truly for our highest good. Release allows us to detach from the need for things to be a certain way and embrace the unknown with an open heart. I love this sentence or this phrase, embrace the unknown with an open heart. Because my brain, my ego, hates the unknown. The uncertainty, the not knowing how things are going to turn out. When it comes back to control, if I don't know what's going to happen, then I can't exercise any control. So the opposite being to embrace the unknown with an open heart. And speaking to that level of trust, to say, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm trusting that the God of my understanding has my best interests and knows what it is. Whatever's happening is for my best good and for everyone else's best good. The last part is cultivating a practice of prayer and meditation. And prayer and meditation are powerful tools for release. They create a space of stillness and receptivity where we can connect with the divine. Through prayer and meditation, we invite divine guidance and let go of our concerns, worries, and desires. I've said it before so many times, I'll probably get sick of hearing it, but I'm never going to get sick of saying that my daily practice of prayer and meditation is the single most powerful thing that I've ever done for my spiritual growth. It doesn't matter whether I'm having a good day or a bad day. It always puts me into that place where I can experience the connection. And I have a really active brain, and it's always trying to pull me apart from everybody and from that divine connection. So, at minimum, when I exercise that the practice of prayer and meditation, to start my day, I know that I'm putting myself in the best position to be who I want to be that day, to not be living from that place of fear, not be trying to manage things so that everybody's doing things the right way and acting the right way, so that I can feel safe, like I was talking about before, but that I'm living that trust, that I'm allowing the person that I want to be to come into to be through my actions, that I get to be kind to people, even when I don't know what's coming down the pipe. And that's the minimum, but there are many, many days where it's not just, pray and meditate in the morning and then do a prayer at bedtime. It's every 30 minutes throughout the day. And the beautiful thing is that it doesn't take much. It's 30 seconds in a quiet place. It doesn't always have to be a quiet place. Did I say 30 minutes? I actually meant 30 seconds. A little bit different, but anyway, beautiful thing for me is that that connection is always available to me. It's never more than a few seconds away, and all I have to do is take the step of putting myself in connection with it. It's harder to do it sometimes than others. I'm not trying to paint a picture of some some ideal existence, but the fact is that it's always there, and if I can get myself into that quiet place, then I can connect with it. So what happens when what are the blessings when we're able to release? The first and probably one of the ones that I value is that sense of peace and inner calm that we get. We surrender, we let go of the need to control and force the outcomes. We experience a deep sense of peace and inner calm as we trust the divine is guiding us in the right direction. In this way, we release anxiety and fear, and we create space for tranquility and serenity in our lives. So there's that flow again. We let go of the fear, we let go of the need to control. That makes the space for the peace and serenity to be in our mind, in our heart, in our life. We experienced enhanced intuition and inner wisdom. We release our need to know the outcomes. We open ourselves to receiving divine guidance. Now I don't have to know all the answers, because I'm trusting that my divine power, my creator, my God has the answers. Our inner voice becomes clearer, and we can discern the most appropriate actions and decisions. Surrendering helps us connect with our true selves and make choices that align with our highest good. This has been an important part of it for me, kind of at the same time that I experienced that crisis a couple of years ago. I was talking about having to redefine my relationship with love. I had to redefine a lot of things about myself. One of those things was the way that I interacted with people. No longer doing I'm fine, things are good, when I wasn't fine. No longer taking actions that I couldn't be okay with just because they made somebody else happy or made somebody else think of me the way that I wanted them to think of me. Started being more genuine in my interactions with other people and not allowing what I thought somebody else might think of me to bring me to a place where I was taking actions that I couldn't be okay with. I had to trust that me being me was going to be best for those relationships, and accept that maybe that was going to be the end of something, but knowing that I had to that I couldn't keep living and putting that dishonesty in my relationships. So the next blessing is a release from our limiting beliefs. We get to let go of our limiting beliefs and the perceptions that keep us from growth. We surrender the need to be right, to control outcomes, or to hold on to grudges. When we do this, it liberates us from the chains of self-limited or self-imposed limitations, allows us to experience greater freedom and growth. We align ourselves with the divine timing. When we surrender, we trust that everything unfolds in divine time. We let go of impatience and the need to force our results, understanding that there's a perfect rhythm and flow to life. Releasing allows us to surrender to the natural unfolding of events and trust that everything is happening for our highest good. Reminds me of something that a friend of mine and a spiritual counselor of mine said to me a little while ago. She said, the universe as created by God is perfect. Perfection does not care what I think of it. Which includes my time. And I'm really bad about okay, I'm going to do my prayer and meditation. I'm going to do the work. Here's the thing that I'm trying to change. I'm going to put my energy into it. I'm going to manifest the greatest good. Where is it at? I'm waiting for 2 whole hours. But I have not been made pregnant. They should all. What I've learned is that I can have peace during the wait. I can enjoy my life and not make the people that I care about miserable because things aren't unfolding in the way that I need them to in the timeline that I need them to. Instead, we can have fun during that period of waiting. And the last blessing is that it opens us. Release requires a relaxation and a granting of freedom to whatever is held. I think of it as I'm holding a bird in my hand. The bird needs to fly. I need to release it. I have to open my hand. Somebody's prisoner in jail or held somewhere else. You open the gate. You have to open something up in order to let go. So when we release, we open up, and when we're open, we're allowing for something new to come in and fill that place. Trusting in our divine connection to make reassure us that that something will be better than what we let go of. Same friend of mine that told me about perfection, not caring what I think of it, also likes to say, hey, it's either this or something better. Do the quick version. The last thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit is the role of release elimination in our prayer practice. Most of us are pretty familiar with Unity's practice of affirmative prayer, and the complementary side of that is the renunciation, the prayer of denial, as we call it. We find the power of release and elimination through denials in our prayer practice. It enhances our affirmative prayer. this is the reason I saw this. I found this quote online. I thought it was pretty cool. This is from a licensed Unity teacher named Kathy Schwenke or Schwenk. I didn't call her to find out how to pronounce her name. But in a blog post, she calls this power rocket fuel for our spiritual growth. It says denials are a way to take the thoughts and beliefs we no longer want and release their hold on us by declaring that they no longer have any power over us. Then we can create an affirmation to replace the old thought. Pull the weed, plant the seed. So minutes into some kind of summation. I just you know, I think the most powerful things that came through to me was this, you know, the importance of that trust, of that faith in this process that allows me to have the strength and the courage to say, thank you, but I don't need this thought anymore. This thing served me. It may have saved my life, but I can't do it anymore. And then make space, not knowing what's going to come to fill that need, but knowing that that need will be filled, and affirming that through my prayer practice. Letting that guide my actions, behaviors, letting that be the manifestation of the one power, the one presence in my life, coming to me through my conscious connection, through my prayer practice, through my willingness to be kind in every situation, even if the actual result doesn't always come out that way. At least that intention is behind it. I hope to invite you now to join me in a meditation. Reflect on the power of release. Let ourselves relax into this space. Feel the peace of the connection. Connection to those sitting near us, to the others in this room, to the friends and family and loved ones, our community, to our fellow brothers and sisters all around this place. The peace and light of that connection. Embrace that feeling of being one with each other, with our divine creator. Spark of life and love that is shared and common. Divine wisdom for guidance. My imagination, I see myself clearing out, cleaning out, eliminating, or giving away those things that I no longer need. I remove the physical clutter from my material existence. And I let go of habits, dependencies, substances, unhealthy boundaries, and relationships that are not serving my highest good. I envision myself holding each unneeded item, behavior, idea, desire. I give it love and gratitude for the service that it has given me in the past, and then I gently let it go. Next, I release any grudges or judgments that keep me tethered to the past. In their place, I affirm a vitality, a warm, peaceful, positive life in my present experience. And in this release, I give gratitude to all of these things from my past that have led me to this beautiful moment that is my existence today. I release my negative thoughts and limiting ideas about myself, about what I'm capable of. I release my doubt and fear. I release any feelings of inadequacy or scarcity. As I release those things that no longer serve me, I envision the space left vacant in their absence, and I see delightful experiences. I see unlimited love coming to fill that space. From that loving, full, peaceful space, let myself go back to this present moment, to this place. Thank you for letting me share this time with you this morning. Well, to close, please join me as learning how to read again. Close, let those of us who are here and physically capable stand and move into our circle as we pray together the prayer for protection. Together, the light surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
Protect
The power of God protects us. We are
and the presence of God watches over us. We are present. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. We are one.